Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to share with you some of the fragrances and scents that I have chosen from my collection that would be ideal for a night on the town, a date night, or a hot summer night with the girls or with that special someone. Everything's starting to open back up again, and I know that we are looking for those hot summer night scents that are going to make us feel confident, beautiful, and feminine. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, stay tuned. If this is your first time here, well, welcome. My name is Moraima, and in this channel, I share some of my passions such as self-care, fragrance, and decor. So please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can be notified of all the videos that I post on a weekly basis. And for the returning subscribers, thank you so much for joining me in another video. I love chatting with you, and I love how the community is growing. Thank you so much for the support. You guys are the best. Okay, so let's get into these fragrances. These fragrances are not going to be in any particular order. However, I am going to try to cover different price points, so depending on what you're looking for, you can find something that can suit your needs. And the first one that I want to share with you, it's a beautiful amber vanilla that the packaging itself says going out and night on the town, which is actually one of the reasons why I got this perfume. And this is PEPE Jeans Her. I mean, doesn't this say going out? Doesn't this say I am ready for a night on the town? This beautiful martini looking glass. It's a really good affordable option for a nice summer evening scent. The stand happens to be the cap, and the actual glass happens to be the perfume itself. As I said, it's a beautiful amber vanilla. It's very affordable. It's super tropical. It says summer to me. The longevity is not the greatest, but you can have a little bottle with you, take it with you to reapply. And I just think it's a really fun vanilla. It's super sweet and powdery and vanilla and a little bit almondy, and it has a touch of vodka. So it really puts you into that party going out mood. So in the notes, real quick, on the main accords, we have sweet, vanilla, powdery, almond, vodka, fruity, nutty, and citrus. So it's a really good combination of sweet and creamy, and obviously that vodka brings the party to the plate. On the top notes, we have marshmallow, almond, and tangerine. Then on the middle notes, we have vanilla, almond milk, vodka, and on the base notes, amber and musk. It's beautiful. I think that this is just a super fun fragrance, and if you are on a budget and you want something that is different that not everybody has, that is really fun, obviously it makes a beautiful decor in your vanity, but right now we're interested in what's in the fragrance, right? I just find that it's flirty, it's sexy, it's exciting, and I think that this will put you in a good mood before you even get out of the house. So once again, that is PEPE Jeans Her. The next fragrance I want to share with you is another one that, although the longevity is not the greatest, I do not care because I love it so much, and it makes me feel so pretty and so confident that I just want to have it with me at all times. This would be a date night type of perfume in the summer nights that I don't require to be extremely dressy. And although you can wear it a little bit more dressy, for me this is something that wouldn't necessarily entitle going like all night long, dinner, then clubbing, then like, you know, up until God knows what time in the morning. This is more like the date is gonna end probably like around 11 o'clock at night. Something like that type of perfume. And I'm talking about Pas Ce Soir by BDK. This is just so good, guys. I love it. It's beautiful. I really wish that they would make an intense version out of this because I really would love this perfume to really project a lot. It's a lot more closer to the skin. So if you want something that only your significant other is going to be enjoying and is going to lure him in, then this is a really good option. I actually want to make this my scent of the day. I love it. And this perfume has been extremely spoken about this year because it's just so good. It's great. I think that this has to be the best selling perfume for BDK. I'm not 100% sure. If anybody knows this information or they know which perfume is a little bit more sold, I think this is one of like the really top ones because it's just incredible. I've already shared this one on my channel, but let's take a look at the notes one more time. Woody, fruity, white floral, sweet, warm, spicy, citrus, amber, floral, fresh, and musky. So it's definitely considered just like a straight up floral, but I definitely feel that the fruitiness is very sexy in this perfume. It's very watery. It's a very watery yet seductive. It's just hard to explain because how can something be watery and sweet yet seductive. For some reason, that's what I get with like that combination in that cocktail. On the top notes, we have mandarin orange, ginger, black pepper. On the middle notes, we got quince, Moroccan jasmine, and orange blossom. I love me some orange blossom. And on the base notes, we have cashmeran, amberwood, and Singapore patchouli. And it actually matches my dress a little bit, this black and white situation going on. I think this scent is just very feminine. It's very fresh. At the same time, it doesn't say too much, but at the same time, it's a very luring and curiosity piquing type of perfume. I think that this would be a scent that someone is gonna wanna ask you, what are you wearing? Because they don't smell this every day. So this is another really good choice for those hot summer nights that you're either gonna be on a date or a night on the town with the girls. Pas ce soir by BVLGARI. I wanna share with you another amber vanilla. If you haven't noticed, I love me some amber vanilla because I love anything that is sweet and gourmand, and it makes me feel just extremely sexy. And this one is usually one that was mainly mentioned in the winter time or in the fall time, but I want to bring it for summer nights because I think it has a place. Obviously, this would be something that when I'm going to be out and about and it's going to be like an all night long affair, then this would be an ideal one. And this is La NUIT TRÉSOR à la FOLIE. This bottle is just the cutest ever. I got myself a 30 ml because I couldn't find a larger bottle. This one is a little bit harder to find because I believe they don't sell them directly in the stores, but you can totally get it online. And honestly, I didn't know if I was gonna like it. I've never been a 100% fan of Lancome fragrances, although they are beautiful. I've always wanted to have something that would be a little bit more different, but this, I was really, really curious about this one. And this bottle just says seduction. To me, this says seduction. The burgundy, the little ribbon, to me, is just super, super fun. And although it's a little bit stronger of a fragrance, I think it definitely has a place if you're going to have a night on the town where it's gonna last for a long time and you want something that is gonna last with you. Let's just give it a spray. This is definitely sweet, amber, and vanilla, but there is a freshness. It's not like a clanging, like way too sweet type of fragrance. I think that it still has a freshness and an airiness to it. And I just think this would be a very sexy and seductive type of fragrance to wear on an evening on a summer night. I had not shared this fragrance on my channel because, as you can probably see by the amount of videos that I have, I'm a new channel. So I was waiting for the fall to come and definitely revisit this fragrance. But I really think it would be a really good contender if you want to feel sexy and you want something that is gonna perform really well all night long. Let's take a look at the notes. On the main accords, we have vanilla, amber, sweet, fruity, soft spicy, fresh, rose, warm spicy, floral, and powdery. And for the notes, I absolutely love the cocktail and just combination of notes that they were able to put together for this fragrance. On the top notes, we got red currant, pear, pink pepper, and bergamot. On the middle notes, we have damask rose, violet, peony, and jasmine. So definitely very floral on the midsection. And on the base notes, we got bourbon vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, nutmeg, ambroxan, patchouli, and woody notes. So as you've noticed, there's ambroxan and there's patchouli, two ingredients that are definitely gonna help the longevity of this fragrance. So this is one that would be very much a set it, like overspray, set it and forget it, and it's gonna last you and be with you all night long. And once again, this is Lancome La NUIT TRÉSOR à la FOLIE. And the next fragrance is another one that I haven't spoken in my channel just yet, but I think it would be perfect for an evening, summer night, any night, but it would definitely apply also to an evening, summer night. And this is GOLDEA, the Roman Night Absolute by the House of BVLGARI. Oh my God, that is a mouthful. I mean, just look at this beautiful glass, black glass bottle. I think it's just gorgeous. I think it says sexy, it says seductive. It says, I'm ready for a night on the town. It's a beautiful chypre floral that I think is very sophisticated. So if you want something that is a little bit, not necessarily 100% seductress femme fatale, but a little bit more classy, a little bit more untouchable, I think this one is really, really nice. Let's give it a spray. I mean, the spray, look at the spray. Yes. When I see that continuous spray, it's just incredible. This is sweet and floral and musky and just a touch of woody that just envelops this fragrance and definitely gives it like a good I'm here, I'm sexy, and you're gonna pay attention to me. I love it. Let's take a look at the notes. On the main accords, we're starting with white floral, vanilla, fruity, sweet, musky, earthy, powdery, mossy, patchouli, and woody. And for the notes, on the top notes, we got plum and orange blossom. On the middle notes, we have Madagascar vanilla and jasmine sambac. And on the base notes, we have black musk, moss, and patchouli. I just think this is very, very elegant, and for the price point being a designer perfume, the longevity is good, the sillage is moderate, and it's going to last you at least projecting and performing really well for a good 4 or 5 hours. If you need to reapply it after that, then bring it with you or have a little decant, but I think it's a really good contender for a sexy evening hot summer night. To me, not because of the bottle, but to me this says little black dress, and I'm actually wearing, a black dress. It definitely says little black dress. If you want that fragrance that is going to be as versatile and as impactful as a black dress, and a sure thing, it's a very safe bet that you're going to achieve what you're looking for, which is feeling sexy, feeling secure, having a good sillage, good performance, a little bit of everything. I think this is a really, really good contender. Once again, this is GOLDEA, the Roman Night Absolute by the House of BVLGARI. The next fragrance is another one that I want to share, and this would be something that I would wear, yes, on a date, yes, hot summer night, or going out, but it's going to be something that I would see more when you are outdoors. So if you want something that is going to be very appropriate for an outdoor type of date or outdoor summer night, then this I think would be really, really good. And this one is Atlas Garden by YSL. This is their Privé Vestiaire, I believe, collection. And this one is another one that I haven't mentioned in my channel just yet. It's actually a new edition. I think there's a haul. I don't know if it's coming before or after this one, but I love this fragrance. And again, I mean, I'm on a kick with these gold bottles. I had that Irene bottle, and then this one. This is just incredible. I love, obviously you see all of the marks. That's one of the prices you have to pay with these beautiful bottles. It has a beautiful magnetic cap. I think it's just incredible. But back to the fragrance. This is an amber floral that is going to be very appropriate, I believe, for any outdoors type of events or outings that you're going to have. It's a sweet floral, and it has a little bit of a soapy quality to it, but in a very sophisticated way. Let's spray it. I actually want to spray it on me. It's a very projecting type of sprayer. Did you see that? It's a shower. This is so beautiful. It's ambery enough, it's floral enough, it's fruity enough, but yet it's soapy and fresh enough for you to feel that if you are outside and it's like 1,000 degrees, you still don't feel like your fragrance is weighing you down. It's beautiful. Let's learn about the notes a little bit more just to see what it's made of. On the main accords, we have sweet, citrus, white floral, amber, fruity, vanilla, and soapy. And on the top notes, we're starting with mandarin orange, neroli, and bergamot. So very fresh and citrusy at the start of this fragrance. The middle notes, we got orange blossom, dates. And on the base notes, we have tonka bean and ambroxan. The ambroxan is gonna make it last a little bit longer, and it's going to give you a longer projection. It's just beautiful. And yes, it's a very orange blossom, neroli base type of fragrance, but the dates just brings a sweetness and a creaminess to this fragrance that I believe makes it very, very different from anything you smelled before. I love it, and to me, as I said, this would be a great choice for any evening out when you're actually outdoors. Any dates where you're outdoors and you want to have something that is not going to be too cloying, but at the same time you're going to feel attractive and sexy and seductive. Atlas Garden by YSL. Staying in the themes of party, if we had to have the martini glass, then you know for sure that we have to have the high heel. The next fragrance that I want to share with you, and I think that would be great for a hot evening night, is Carolina Herrera Good Girl Légère. I mean, yeah, definitely the bottle and the packaging is incredible and it says sexy all over it, but the actual fragrance, it's really, really good. I think that is very seductive, and I think that this is a fragrance that is very appropriate for that hot, sexy summer night when you just want to feel extremely confident and no one can tell you anything. I know that a lot of people are a little bit tired of the shoe and the Good Girl collection, but I think it's still, at least the Légère version, it's a really, really good one. I love how lactonic and sweet and a little bit fresh citrusy because of the dulce de leche in this fragrance. I think it makes it very different, and I think it has really good longevity. At least on me, I could wear this and go out and 5, 6, 7 hours later, I still can smell it. And if you've never seen the notes, well, let's take a look at what they are. On the main accords, we got sweet, lactonic, white floral, woody, amber, citrus, warm spicy, yellow floral, and vanilla. And for the notes, there's a beautiful cocktail of different notes. On the top notes, we're starting with ylang ylang, mandarin orange, lemon, and bergamot. On the middle notes, we have jasmine, tuberose, orange blossom, and Bulgarian rose. And on the base notes, we have dulce de leche, tonka bean, praline, cinnamon, sandalwood, cashmere wood, amber, musk, and patchouli. To me, this one is not gonna get old. I don't think I could ever be out of this one in my collection. It's another safe bet. It's another one that I would say if I don't really know what to wear, I don't really know where we're going, and I'm not sure if it's risky enough to wear something that is a little bit out of the ordinary, then this is something that I know it's a really good safe bet, because that combination of ylang ylang, which definitely makes it very summery, and the orange blossom and the creaminess and sweetness of the dulce de leche. For me, definitely this is something that is extremely sexy, especially if I want to stay within the designer price range. So for this price range, this is one of the really, really good ones, as well as the GOLDEA and la NUIT TRÉSOR. For me, those three are within the same category of price range and performance, because the value for money is there. I definitely believe that the value for money is there with these fragrances. Once again, this is Carolina Herrera Good Girl Légère. And the last three fragrances are fragrances that are a little bit higher in price, so I would consider them to be more for an even extra special occasion. So if you want something a little bit extra special, more than just going out clubbing, and is within the price budget, then I would definitely consider these ones. And the first one that I want to talk about is NISHANE 100 Silence Ways. To me, this is such a beautiful, perfect date night fragrance. It's a beautiful fragrance that is ready for you to have someone either come closer to you or just be very lured by how you smell. This is definitely one of my favorite vanillas in my collection. The House of NISHANE knows how to do vanilla well. I absolutely, absolutely love this fragrance. I have spoken about this one in my channel already, and I think that one of the reasons why I have chosen this particular fragrance for hot summer nights or for date nights or something like that is because it is so different from the typical designer vanilla fragrances that you're gonna find on the market. This is definitely going to, again, what I said, going to evoke that curiosity level. To me, this one has a beautiful addictive quality, so it's gonna wanna leave the other person wanting more, or whoever smells you to like really want more of what you smell like, because it's just beautiful. Let's just give it a spray. Where are my blotters? I love this fragrance. Guys, I love this fragrance. This is just so well blended. I can't even understand how they actually did this concoction, because it is just amazing. I just really enjoy this fragrance, and I think that if you are someone who loves vanilla and you want something that is very pure and rich, but at the same time not suffocating, I think you would enjoy this one very, very much. And if you haven't heard about the notes, let's take a look at the main accords. We have white floral, vanilla, powdery, woody, tuberose, fruity, sweet, iris, animalic, and lactonic. And then for the actual notes, on the top notes, we got tuberose, peach, mandarin orange. Middle notes, gardenia, orris, jasmine. And on the base note, vanilla, sandalwood, and vetiver. I feel like the vetiver in mandarin orange keeps this fragrance very fresh, but the vanilla and the orris gives it that creamy, sweet, lactonic feel that is very enveloping. Performance is great. Everything I've had from the NISHANE house is really, really good. It performs well. It lasts at least 6 to 8 hours on me. It's really good sillage. Depending how much you spray, obviously, you're going to either project more or less if you only do 1 or 2 sprays versus 6 or 7. This is obviously a niche house, so the quality of the concentration of oils is a little bit higher than your typical perfumes, because this is an actual extrait de parfum, which is going to give you a better longevity and a better sillage than a typical either eau de toilette or eau de parfum in regular terms. Actually, I would wear this all year round. To me, this is all year round worthy if you want to have a special fragrance that is gonna, you know, have those beautiful memories attached to it. I think this is a really, really good one. Once again, this is 100 Silent Ways by the House of NISHANE. The next fragrance is actually like the bad girl of the previous fragrance. So 100 Silent Ways is that beautiful, sweet, seductive, sexy, but very, very sweet, good girl type of perfume. This one I would suggest more for, even though summer, cooler nights, or if you're going to be in an indoor setting where the AC probably is very, very strong and you want something that is going to handle that type of temperature, but you also want to have a little bit of a bad girl to it. And this one is Annie by the House of NISHANE. Another vanilla, but this is like the bad girl version of 100 Silent Ways. This is one that I would not wear on extreme hot nights outside. This would be something that I would be cooler nights, but I want to be very seductive, very sexy. I think outdoors, this fragrance is going to be too much. It has to be on a temperature that is a little bit cooler, either cooler nights, summertime, or if you're going to be in an indoor setting where there's high AC. I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of these fragrances have either a black packaging or a black label. It's like anything that is like reminding you of a little black dress is very appropriate for this type of scents. And if you want to see a little bit of the difference between this one and the prior one, let's take a look at the notes. On the main accords, we have warm, spicy, vanilla, woody, citrus, powdery, amber, aromatic, soft, spicy, fruity, and balsamic. And for the top notes, we're starting with ginger, bergamot, pink pepper, and green notes. On the middle notes, we have cardamom, blackcurrant, Turkish rose. And on the base notes, we have vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, cedar, patchouli, ambergris, and musk. So the ambergris definitely is going to help with projection and longevity on this perfume, and the patchouli as well. But to me, it's a very seductive fragrance. The ginger, the pink pepper, the cardamom definitely gives it a huge seductive quality, all while being a vanilla. However, the green notes keeps it a little bit light, keeps it safe enough to be able to play in the summertime on a cooler temperature type of setting. I love it, but to me, this is definitely not good girl, lace dress type deal. This would be sexy. You want to command attention, and this is going to be the fragrance that is going to be your wingman to help you achieve that. Once again, that is Annie by the House of NISHANE. The last fragrance is an amber floral that has been mentioned, I think, more than any fragrance in the existence of YouTube. And to me, it's the safest fragrance that I have on my collection when I need to make an impact, when I want something that is going to be guaranteed that I'm going to feel incredible no matter the circumstances. And even if things start to go wrong, I'll still feel amazing. And unfortunately, I don't want to talk about it because we've spoken about so many times, but it's just, she's that girl. She is just that girl, and that is Baccarat Rouge 540. This is the safest fragrance that I have on my collection if I want to go on a date, no matter if it's winter time, no matter this is another one all year round, where I know that if I wear this, it's gonna fit on anything and anywhere I go. And I don't think I have another fragrance that is so versatile, because you have some fragrances in the designer realm that are going to be really good for, let's just say, a dinner or like a nice event. But when you want something that, you know, when you have those type of events where they invite you to go somewhere, they kind of tell you, okay, it's a dressy or semi-formal or formal type of event, and the person didn't know exactly how to explain it. You kind of did some research and you decided for an outfit. You get there and for some reason you're underdressed. And you're like, why didn't you let me know? Or the other way around, you get there and you're overdressed. Same for your fragrance. When you wear something that it's either not appropriate for the occasion because it's way too much, or just a little too much, or maybe just a little not enough, then this would be able to kind of like morph itself into being good enough for either of those situations. Obviously, this is not a fragrance that I would go to like a barbecue. Obviously, that would be extremely casual. But if you have something that is right in between that could potentially get extremely classy and upscale, or it's the other way around and you didn't need to be extremely loud, then this is not going to impose so much to the point where you try to dress for the Oscars and you ended up in a book signing. Now, any of the other ones that I've mentioned, I think they're very versatile, but to my nose, I feel like when I smell a fragrance, and let me know in the comments below if you feel the same way. When you smell a fragrance, it kind of gives you like a vibe. It gives you almost like a color. You can see a color. I would see this with white clothing, black clothing. I would see this with jeans and white t-shirt. Like you get a vibe with how your body and your senses interpret a scent, which is why I believe it's very important that we test some of these fragrances and we smell them before we actually invest in them. Obviously, these videos are designed to help you and to give you another perspective and a little bit more information on how others may potentially perceive the fragrances. And so I know that that we have heard the notes 1,000 times, but if you're new and you haven't heard it, then here are the notes. On the main accords, we have woody, amber, warm spicy, fresh spicy, aromatic, animalic, fresh, conifer, and white floral. And for the notes, it starts with saffron and jasmine. On the middle notes, we have amberwood and ambergris. And on the base notes, we have fir resin and cedar. I know it doesn't say much about what this actually smells like. The saffron is obviously very predominant, and once you have smelled saffron in one fragrance, you're able to detect it in every other fragrance. This is a very difficult fragrance to describe. It's sweet, for sure, but besides that, it's very difficult to pinpoint exactly what you smell like. You just smell good. So if you have an opportunity, definitely get your nose on it. So I think it's always good to have, like Baccarat Rouge, in whatever budget range you have, a fragrance that is very versatile, that can cover all bases. Not too much of this and not enough of that, like just enough for whatever, for those occasions where you don't know what to expect once you get to where you're going, because you don't know where you're going, you're just told more or less where you're going. It's going to work out for you regardless. But anyways, back to this. This is my most versatile fragrance that I would wear on a hot summer night, or on a winter summer night, or in fall summer night. Any summer night, to me, this is a really, really good one. But if I want something upscale, if I want something really nice, then Baccarat Rouge 540 is the one I'm going to be opting for. Thank you so much for joining me in another video today. Please let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite summer night perfume? And if you have a specific day, night, summer night perfume, and how does it work for you? I would love to discover what are your recommendations and see if there's anything that I need to discover. Thank you so, so much for joining me in another video. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified next time I have another video. To all my subscribers, mwah, big virtual hug. I love you to the moon and back, and until the next video, bye-bye.